So this is like taking a movie. This is take 2. Camera, action, roll 'em. Welcome to Chair Yoga, and our session on movement is medicine today. So take a moment to come to the edge of your chair and fidget. Now fidgeting usually means rocking from side to side on the sit bones until you feel both sit bones, and then rolodexing the hips forward and backwards so you feel the 4 directions across the sit bones, latitude and longitude. And then try to find that midpoint right in the center of the sit bones and settle into that as you pull the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back, palms face up, elbows close to the ribs. And when we start to move the body, the surprising thing is often we start to reduce the amount of pain that we feel from stiff and sore joints. So movement really does change the way we feel. And another way that we can change the way we feel is to change the way we breathe. So start to slow the breath down and breathe in and out of the nose. And when we slow the breath down, we start to breathe a little more gently and surprisingly more deeply. When we slow the breath down, we can take more air into the lungs rather than forcing the air in. We allow the lungs to expand, and we keep breathing in and they expand a little more, and we keep breathing in and they expand a little more. So practice that slow, gentle breathing technique and feel how deeply you can breathe in without straining. And then inhale, float the hands in front of the belly, palms face up, like you're holding something in your hands just in front of the belly. And the next inhale, let the right hand push right up into the air as if you're trying to push something up above your head, and let the left hand push down towards the earth. So you feel these 2 opposite movements. Right hand pushing up into the sky, left hand pushing down into the earth. So the hands are in flexion, so you feel a little strain in the wrists as you push in both directions. And then inhale, bring the hands back together. Palms face up in front of the belly. And then inhale, this time, left hand pushes up, right hand pushes down, opposite directions. So you're trying to lengthen the arms, one arm's up, one arm's down, reaching and feeling that movement. And then inhale, bring the hands back together. So we're going to alternate those 2 positions with the breath. Inhale, right hand up, left hand down. Exhale, the hands back together. Inhale, left hand up, right hand down. Exhale, the hands together. And we're going to continue that sequence with your own breath. So we might be moving in different speeds here. You might be moving faster or slower than me. Just working with your breath. Each time you inhale, you separate the hands. Each time you exhale, bring them back together, palms face up in front of the belly. And feel that stretch get deeper and deeper. 5 more cycles in your own time. Three more. You can do more than 5 or less than 5. Eyes can be closed or open. One more. And then resting the hands on the thighs, and notice how those movements may have changed the way you feel. The next movement is going to be a little bit different. We start with the hands in front of the belly, just like we did with the last one. And this time, as you inhale, lift the hands up and in front of you and out into a big circle. And then as you exhale, close them back together, keeping the shoulder blades as close together as you can on the return breath. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach, reach, reach out, shoulder blades apart. And then exhale, bring the elbows back as far as you can, the hands back as far as you can, and then bring them together in front of you, shoulder blades squeezing. So really working the shoulder blades here and the back body. Inhale, reach out. It's as if you're throwing out your energy, and then exhale, bringing that energy back into towards you. Try that again. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling the back body working here. Shoulder blades. Three more breaths in this way. Big circle. Two more. Last one. And then relaxing the hands on the thighs. And noticing how your posture feels after that movement. Slowing the breath down. Calming the breath down after that movement. Now the next movement is a little different. This time the palms are going to face down in front of the belly. And instead of going forward, they're going to go back behind you and create a great big circle. And this time your head's going to drop, and you're going to pull that circle right into your chest and then push it down to the belly and sit up. So let's try that one again. Inhale, bring the hands around behind you, reach, 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 and then exhale as you drop the head. Pull the hands slowly back like you're pulling the hands through molasses to the heart, and then push down from the heart into the belly and sit up. So as you push the hands from the heart to the belly, that's when you sit up. And then you go again. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And then exhale, pull it into the heart, push down and sit up. So still creating a big circle, but the hands are face down this time. It's like you're trying to wrap your arms around a big tree, and then you pull it back and then push it down, sit up. Let's do three more. Two more. And then rest the hands. And notice how you feel. Slide the hands to the knees and grip the knees and start to turn your torso in a circular motion so the whole torso is slowly revolving. Start to let your elbows bend as you come forward. Start to let your head turn and pivot. So all the joints, hips, waist, elbows, shoulders, neck, wrists, fingers, everything feeling a little bit of movement. And letting the circle grow as big as you like. Moving as slowly as you like. And then when you come to head down, reverse direction, start to circle in the opposite direction. And on the next revolution, come to stillness. And then heel toe the feet a little wider apart. Bring a block between the feet. Get into the low back a little more here. As you bring your elbows to the thighs and allow yourself to rest into your thighs. Propping your torso up with your elbows. Let the head be nice and relaxed. Take a deeper breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands to rest on the block, bringing the head down a little lower. And start to feel those deeper stretchings in the adductors between the thighs and the low back. Keep the neck relaxed. No tension in the neck. No tension in the shoulders. If you can reach the floor, bring the hands to the floor and let the head come down a little lower. If that's too much, come back to the block. If you'd like to grab hold of the opposite elbows, cross your arms and allow the weight of the torso to dangle you forward, stretching out low back and thighs. Lift the gaze, and as you lift the gaze, lift the elbows like I Dream of Jeannie and come up with your elbows straight out in front of you, keeping hold of those elbows. Notice which hand is on top and which hand is on bottom. Let the top hand come up to 90 degrees and back down. Up and down. Just working that small movement up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then change the cross so the opposite arm is on top. And then feel that come up 90 degrees and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 3, 2, and release. Shake out the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, exhale, hinge forward, rest the elbows on the thighs, drop the head. Exhale the hands down to the block. And then take both hands over and touch your left foot. Or as close to the left foot as you can come. You might be grabbing hold of the left shin or the left knee. Inhale back to the block. Exhale to the right foot. Both hands on that right foot, right ankle, right shin, right knee. Whatever you can manage. Bring both hands to the block. And then taking both hands, touch left foot. Inhale, touch right foot, exhale. Inhale, touch left foot, exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale, touch. Just crossing over into these little twists across the body, using your core strength, feeling the low back working here. For 3, 2, 1 more. And then bring the hands back to the block. Bring your elbows back to the thighs and rest. Move the block out of the way. Walk your hands back, lean into the back of the chair and extend your legs. Extend your legs, push out through the heel bones, curl the toes back so you feel the back of the legs stretching. Pull your shoulders back more and more, open up the chest. Your arms will strengthen and you'll push down into the seat of the chair. And if you have the strength, lift your buttocks off the chair and feel that total posterior chain stretch for 3, 2, and then slowly come back. Slowly come back. Stand the feet underneath you. And then grab the seat of the chair, come to the edge of your chair, so you're right on the edge. And I want you to take your right foot and bring it across in front of your left foot as far as you can. You can come onto the edge of the foot. Inhale that right foot back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left foot crosses over in front of the right foot. So you're just crossing one leg over in front of the other. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, cross. Inhale, neutral. Cross the other side. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. And rest. So that's the, it's a different kind of crossover. Normally we do an exterior rotation of the hip. That was an interior rotation as we brought that leg across. Let's go to exterior rotation now. Right knee opens out and back. And as you open out, make sure the knee and the toes point in the same direction. I'm going for 90 degrees. If you're at 80 degrees or 45 degrees, doesn't matter. Just work your hip to your range of motion, back and out. So either getting the full 90 or somewhere in between. No need to go past 90. And then use your right hand to add resistance, create resistance for the leg to push against. So this is going to create some core strength here to help stabilize the spine. And then let's go the other side, left. Again, looking for the knee and the toes in the same direction, maximum 90 degrees. Add resistance whenever you're ready. And then pause. Notice how you're feeling. Let's do one more forward bend here before we come into our warrior poses. Straddle the feet wide, elbows to thighs. You can have a block there if you'd like. When you're ready, come down to the block or the earth. Let the head dangle, big forward fold, bend the elbows if you can. Inhale, come up, elbows on thighs, move the block, walk the hands back, lean back, extend the legs, toes curled back, push out through the heel bones, tighten the legs, and if you can, lift the pelvis up, feel the arms support you. Exhale, come down, bending the knees, come to the edge of the chair. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, rotate that right knee out. If for some reason your right foot doesn't ground down on the floor, you can always bring your block underneath the foot, depending on the chair you're in. Now we're going to do the full set of warriors here, so this is going to be a big movement on the hips. Let's start with rotating the torso to the right, so your left sit bone comes off the chair. Slide your right thigh back onto the seat of the chair so your foot comes closer to the chair, and then turn your left knee to face the same direction as your right knee. Hold the chair for support, and then extend the left leg back behind you. Just adjust your body and softly bend that left knee and then straighten it. Some of you might like to explore a little more foot action by bringing that left knee so far forward you come onto the tops of the toes, and then as you push back you come onto the balls of the feet. So that works the toes and the ankle joint a little more. So just try that movement. Nice and softly, weights on the chair. Now the next time you push back, pause and hold, left hand to left hip. And you can probably see from the video my back's almost, it's arched a little bit in this position, which it does do, so this is why we did the forward bend first. Push back through the heel. Option to lift the left hand to the sky. It's going to add more stretch sensation. Option to lift the right hand. Exhale, bring the hands down to the chair And as best as you can, just drop the heel of that back foot. I'm going to have to move my blanket out of the way. So now we've got warrior two legs. Bring your left shoulder back so you're facing the front of the chair again. So there's a rotation in the torso, 90 degrees. Was facing to the right, now it's facing the center. Float the left hand out parallel to the earth. Turn the head, right hand out, and feel your warrior two. Look over that front hand. Drop your back hand to the back leg and lift that top hand up, up, up. Keep looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. Lifting it up and over the head. Reverse warrior. Come back to warrior two. Float the hand down, arms parallel to the ground. And then reach your right hand forward, 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 forward. Bend the elbow and rest your elbow on the front thigh. The back hand comes up, 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 up. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Over the head. Side angle. Inhale, come back, warrior two. And grab your chair. Grab your chair. And if you can, walk your front leg forward and lift it off the ground into the splits. Draw the toes back, straightening that front leg. And then exhale, bend that front leg. Pull that back leg slowly, slowly, slowly back. Oh, there's a big stretch. All right. One side done. Notice how you feel. Let's do some hip circles here. Let's really give that hip and back a little release, a little movement, a little release of tension. Let's go back the other way, circling the opposite direction. And then pause. Walk your sit bones towards the edge of the chair once again. Rotate the left knee to the left, and then turn the whole torso to the left. And as you turn the torso to the left sit bone slides back. So your left thigh is over the seat of the chair, the left foot moves closer to the chair. Hold the chair for stability and then take the right knee, right foot back into a modest stretch for now. So torso facing this way, hips facing this way, knees and toes facing this way, and the left thigh supported by the chair. Bend the right knee, come onto the tops of the toes if you can, and then push it back and roll onto the ball of the foot, strengthening and stretching that back leg. Try that 5 or 6 times, just rolling and straightening. Bending the knee and extending the knee. 2, 3, you can bring your right hand to the hip. 4, and then 5, and hold the stretch. Hold the stretch. Check your front left knee is lining up with the toes, that it's not bending inwards. Lift the toes of the left foot so you really feel the left arch engaged. Push out back through that right heel. Right hip forward. If you'd like, lift right hand and or left hand. Feel that stretch. Warrior one. Hands down to the chair and drop that back heel. Notice what your front knee just did. So your back leg is still straight, but you have dropped the heel and you're turning your torso to the front of the chair now. So the right shoulder comes back. So the torso is now 90 degrees from where it was. So mine's facing the camera, yours is facing the camera mostly. Right hand behind you. Left hand, turn and look over that left hand, warrior two. Drop the back hand, look at that front left hand, up, 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 look up, look up. Bring it back, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two arms. Reach forward, 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 bend the elbow, rest the left elbow on the front thigh. Look back at that back hand and bring it up, 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 and over. Side angle warrior. Come back to warrior two. Grab the chair and slowly straighten the front leg, lifting that heel off the ground, coming into the splits. Toes curled back. Push out through the heel. And then exhale, release. Gently come back to center. And extend your legs. Cross the left ankle over the right. Slide the left ankle up until it's above the knee joint. If you cannot bring it above the knee joint, wrap a little strap around the foot and hold on to it. So it would look something like this. If it's below the knee joint, you can hold the foot, the ankle with the strap. And so when you bend it, the foot comes up as high as you can manage. Otherwise, it's above the knee joint and resting on the knee, figure four. Bring your left hand behind you onto the chair. Your right hand's just going to simply rest on the left thigh and push it away. And as you push it away, sit up taller. So you're pushing that left thigh down and sitting up tall. If you're holding the strap, you'll be holding with the right hand and pushing with the left hand. Release the pressure and grab your left foot with your hands. So your right hand grabs the toes, the left hand grabs the ankle joint, and just turn it in a circle. So moving the ankle joint is medicinal for that ankle joint. So long as it's in the pain-free range of motion. If anything's painful, you don't do it. Pain is the body's way of saying, don't move me. Don't mess with me. But we need that ankle joint flexible and strong. Rotate the other direction. And then rest. And then if you can, bend the left elbow onto the left knee and just come into television watching pose. Leaning a little more weight onto that left bent leg. If it's available to you, you might bring the right elbow down. I find mine's a little low, so what I'm going to do is grab a block and rest the block on the ankle and rest my elbow on the block. So I've got the block that allows me to have both elbows equal, so I'm not feeling out of sorts. Depending on the availability, some people might want to cross their arms and rest their head on stacked fists, creating a little more rounding, a little more stretching in that left outer thigh, which is a great release for the low back. Now slowly come up, and if you can, grab hold of the chair with your hands and slide that left knee over that right knee, and then flop your shin. Flop, flop, flop. Scoop that left thigh up with both hands, clasp the back of the thigh with both hands, hold on to that left thigh, extend that left leg out, lean back, let the arms straighten, hold on strongly to the thigh. If you can't wrap your arms around the thigh, use a strap underneath the thigh, curl the toes back, point and flex the foot. And then do 5 knee pumps. Bend the knee and then straighten the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop the left foot gently to the ground and slide a little further to the left of your chair. Keep your left sit bone on the chair, don't let it dangle. And we're going to slide the left hand down over the knee and pick up that left shin and bring it out to the side. Now if you can't reach the left shin, again you can use your strap like this around the left shin and hold on to the strap around that left shin. And some of you might even be able to grab the foot with the left hand. Now the goal here is to sit up straight and bring that left knee back down towards the floor, so you've got a nice stretch in the quadricep here. And the reason we had to come to the left of the chair was to be able to bring the foot up without hitting the chair. So getting the legs stretched out is going to take a lot of pressure off your back. Once again, movement is medicine, stretch is medicine. All right, let's release that thigh. Keep your strap handy if you've been using your strap. Come back to center. Close the eyes and slow the breath down. Use this transition as an opportunity to notice the different feeling state between your left leg and your right leg. Hands onto the seat of the chair, extend the legs, cross the right ankle over the left. Slide it up above the knee joints and then bend the knee, or use a strap to support that right ankle. And then either holding the the shin with the right hand or the strap with the right hand. Left hand grabs the toes and just twirls those toes. Feeling out this ankle joint, getting it moving, turning. Switch directions, rotate the opposite direction. And then the left hand can hold the strap if you're using the strap, and the right hand can push the thigh down. Or you can turn the body a little bit, right hand behind you on the seat, left hand pushes that right thigh down. Ooh. So releasing the hips to alleviate that burden on the low back. And then release. I'm going to use my block again. I like the old block. I'm going to take that block onto my right ankle and lean my elbow into the block, and then my other elbow into the thigh, into television watching pose. Some people are using bolsters. That's a great idea. So a bolster is a really nice tool, prop to rest across that right leg and lean into the bolster. I left my bolster somewhere else today, so it's not available right now. If you want to drape over, you can. I like to support my head with fists here. That adds a little more pressure to the joint. Make sure that's appropriate. Slowly come up. I'm going to release my block or your prop, and then slide that right knee over the left knee and flop away. And then let's grab the back of that right thigh with a strap or clasped hands. Let the arms be straight. Take the weight of the leg and then extend that leg. Point and flex the toes. Let the knee dangle, or the shin, and then pump the leg 5 times. Extend, straighten, toes curled back, dangle 1. Extend, dangle 2. Extend, dangle 3. Extend, dangle 4. Extend, dangle 5, and then gently release. Shuffle over to the right side of the chair. Have your strap handy. If you're using a strap around the shin, you can use the strap to pull that foot back up with the strap, like that. Or you can grab the shin or the foot. Once you've got the knee bent, sit up straight. Drop that knee as close to the floor as you can so you feel the back arching here. the shoulder of the arm that's holding the weight of the leg comes back. Good. So you also get a stretch across the pectoral muscle and the anterior deltoid of the shoulder as you do this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. And come back to neutral. Find your posture. So we've done a lot of movement in today's session. A lot of stretching. So it's time to release. So we're going to come into Shavasana of your own choice. Shavasana 1 is you stay on the chair and you bring blocks under your feet and you bring support behind your back, usually a cushion or a bolster or a blanket, and you lean back into the chair with the legs supported. Shavasana 2, for those who prefer to come to the floor, is to rotate the chair so that you can come down and bring the legs up onto the back of the chair. And the head can come onto a towel or a blanket, or if you're comfortable, you won't need one. So 2 variations of Shavasana at the end of your practice. If you're seated on the chair, look for any micro movements of adjustment until you feel very supported. You don't feel like you're working to rest your back. And find a position for your head so the head feels unburdensome. It's not pulling your spine down, it's not cranking your neck back, it's just in the right spot. Your feet are elevated just enough to take any strain off the low back. So if the blocks aren't high enough, use something that's a little taller. If you're lying on the ground, it's important to have your head in neutral head tilt, not tilted back or forward. And when you want your arms in a position that feels resting. You want your spine to feel supported on the mat. And whether you're seated or lying down, let the jaw let the muscles and nerves of the jaw relax. Let the jaw hinge open and go limp. Let the eyes Let the muscles and the nerves of the eyes go limp and relaxed. Let the eyes feel like stones that just fall back into the eye socket. Just allow your attention to notice anywhere you're holding any tension, and invite that part of the body to soften. So Shavasana is letting go of any tension that you can sense. It could be in the fingernails. It could be in the fine hairs inside the nostrils. It could be your eyebrows. It could be in the ankle bones. So many places you could relax. It could be in the organs, the kidneys, the heart. There might even be a tension in the way you breathe. So all you need to do is notice it and then let it soften if you can, as best as you can. Just tune in. If you find that this Shavasana is nourishing you, consider the option of staying here a little longer. If you have need to transition into other activities, start to let the fingers and toes gently move. You might even stretch the body. And if you're already seated on the chair, you might start to move the back away from the back of the chair. If you're lying on the ground, you might roll to one side and slowly make your way up to a seated position, either on the ground or back on the chair. Or you might just hang out in Shavasana. Letting your practice surprise you, take you where you need to go. You should bring your hands together at the chest in gratitude for each other's company today. for our practice. Namaste.